Hi everyone, this is Representative Pam Altendorf, and I'm just sitting in my driveway, gonna go in my house here soon, but I was out running some errands today, and I wanted to tell you a little bit of a story from today and also give you some hope going into 2024. So one of the places I stopped today was the Red Wing Post Office, and as I was standing in line, there was a long line, there was a gentleman behind me, and at some point I smiled at him, and he said jokingly, like, "Are you staying out of trouble today?" And I jokingly said back, "Well, I'm trying to." And he said, "No, I know who you are and I recognize you from your back. And I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. There's a lot of people like me that really appreciate the work that you're doing in St. Paul." And I said, of course, thank you. And something like, "Well, we really don't have a choice, do we?" And he said, "Well, actually we do. Not everyone's doing what you're doing. And to tell you the truth," he said, "I'm afraid." And I was actually very surprised that he would share that with me. And then he continued to say that he's afraid for our country. He's afraid for his grandchildren. And so he doesn't really feel like he has a voice, and he chooses to be quiet mostly. And I just wanted to share that with you because that really has sat with me all day. And if you read the Bible, it actually says 365 times in the Bible, "Do not be afraid" or "do not fear," and in different ways throughout the Bible, 365 times. And when I taught religion, I actually used this as a lesson and asked, why do you think the Bible says 365 times to not be afraid? And I believe it's because we need a daily reminder that we do not need to be afraid, that God is in control. And so what can we do going into 2024? Well, first, recognize that we need to act, all of us. And whether it's talking to your neighbors, running for political office, like something at a local level or a state level like me, but just being a voice, and let's get back out there and start talking to each other more and really work to end the divide in our country. So we need to be a voice. Do not be afraid. You can pray, and you can also give financial support. So choose a candidate like me or another conservative here in Minnesota. This last year, in 2022, a little fact is that Republicans were outspent in the 2022 election, something like 7-1. And so if you're a conservative, if you're a common sense Democrat, an independent, a moderate, and you are really worried or concerned about how far left, how extreme our state is being pushed by the radical people that are elected right now in the Minnesota state government, first of all, you are not alone, but second of all, we need you to do something about it. We need you to act. And there's people like me that are in office, but we need people like you to donate to us. Here in Minnesota, we have a political contribution refund program where if you are an adult in Minnesota, living in Minnesota, as your resident, you can give one time to a candidate, $50 per person, $100 per couple, and you actually can get that refunded from the state of Minnesota. So please, by the end of the year, it is urgent that we flip the House here in 2024 back to GOP so that we have some sort of backstop. We need to bring balance back to the state of Minnesota. And you can do something. You cannot just sit back and complain or worry or be afraid. We need you to donate. So as we're sitting here at the end of the year, at the end of 2023, please make sure you don't end the year without giving your $50 per person to some candidate here in Minnesota that will help us flip the House. Please donate to those candidates. We need your help with prayers. We need your help with financial support. And please be a voice. They want us to feel alone. They want us to feel paralyzed and afraid. And we need to know that you are not alone. In fact, the majority of Minnesotans, just like you, just like me, want to bring back balance and some sort of accountability to the state. So you are the majority. We are in the majority. And in 2024, we need to get this Republican House back in so that we are in the majority and put a backstop. So thank you very much for all the support that you've given to me. And please donate to a candidate. We need your support to flip the House in 2024. Thanks.